Hi everyone, Steve here. In response to my last episode, I got some questions from parents about how their child can best request recommendation letters, especially from teachers. So that's what today's episode is going to be about. Requesting recommendation letters is a delicate process. It's important to consider the relationship that your child has with the teacher. If your child has gotten in trouble in that class for any reason at all, and the relationship with the teacher is a little bit shaky, then you may not get a glowing recommendation from that teacher. So the relationship your child has with the teacher is the number one most important thing. You also want to consider how recently your child took a class with that teacher. Freshman year teachers, no matter how great the relationship, do not make for the most compelling letters of recommendation 3 years later. Ideally, your child will request recommendation letters from junior year teachers, because this way they've had an entire year with the teacher, yet they still had the teacher fairly recently. Your child should ask for multiple letters from multiple teachers, ideally at least 2 teachers, and they should be in different subjects. And ideally, in a subject that your child is considering majoring in, if your child is writing essays about that topic, to keep it all on the same theme. Starting early, requesting early is key. So again, end of junior year, this is prime time to be requesting those letters to be first in line for the fall. And sometimes teachers need a little extra help. I'm not saying that you should draft the letter for the teacher, but providing them with a bullet-pointed list of some things to consider, including maybe a special project or a paper your child worked on, maybe a presentation he or she gave, things of that nature can help to add a bit of detail and flavor to the letter that the teacher will ultimately write. And hey, if the teacher says, you know what, write it yourself, you're going to be in the ideal position to write a great letter, of course. But I'm not saying to do that, of course, but give them a bullet-pointed list of things to consider, maybe 3 to 5, maybe 10, depending on the relationship, depending on the classes you've taken with them. These letters, they really do help. They're not necessarily going to be the focus of the application, but they do add a unique flair to it to give a more personal side to your child as an applicant. It's never appropriate to give a gift in advance of writing a letter that could appear to be bribery. Definitely don't want that. A simple thank you is typically sufficient, although depending on the relationship, a gift may or may not be appropriate. Again, request early, request multiple, and if the teacher offers any hesitation in saying yes, then your child is probably better off finding someone else, because although teachers do want to help, they also typically want to be honest in their recommendations or not for a particular student. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, hope you found this helpful. Please subscribe, leave a rating and review on iTunes if you haven't already. It really does make a difference. And feel free to reach out. I love hearing from families, and I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.